carousel brainstorming. And what that is I've got 4 posters up, okay, and I have a card underneath of it or on top of it, okay. I'm going to provide you with some markers. And what I want you to do is just jot down things that pop into your brain. It's called brainstorming. Okay, write it down on there. Okay, I'm going to give you about 45 seconds or so, unless you guys have a little bit more thoughts. Then I'll give you a little bit longer. We'll see how it goes. I want to go over something with you.
How did you get my
Guys, did you get an article? Emmanuel?
Yeah.
I forgot to.
I forgot to.
That's right, I got it.
Ooh. Oh, dang.
We're gonna change it out.
Okay.
We're gonna change it out.
I'm sorry.
Alright, I want to go through this with you, okay? These are called M&Ms, they're mega cognitive markers. And this is just a literacy strategy that we use sometimes to help people when we're reading text, okay? And so, while we're going through this, the first thing is that we write a purpose. So, something I kind of learned in one of my workshops I went to, and I said, oh, that's pretty cool. If you give kids a purpose for reading what they're looking for, then they kind of understand why they're reading it, because you guys always ask that first thing, why are we doing that? Because that's why I put a purpose. So, as we're going through our article here, we're going to underline things that are considered text, that are evidence, okay? If we have something that's kind of confusing, okay, you can write 2 little question marks next to it, like, I don't get this. Or sometimes if it's a vocabulary word you don't understand, you might be able to still understand it if you keep it in the context of the sentence. Okay, we're going to go back through, okay, and what I'm going to do is have you see, I want you to reread this article through a particular lens. You guys know with photography we have different lenses where we kind of zoom in and it's really, really close, extreme close up, and then we have the other type, okay, that kind of take a little bit further away or panorama, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to look through this article through a different viewpoint, okay? So if you're a number 1, you are actually going to look at this article and gather evidence, and you are the parents of that 14-year-old girl that died. Okay, so it kind of changes it up a little bit when you're reading through it. Okay? And number 2, you are actually the CEO of Monster Energy Drinks. So you need to defend your stand, correct, on banning energy drinks. So number 1, you are parents of the 14-year-old girl. Number 2, you are the CEO of Monster Energy Drinks. I need my CEOs to help us out, please. Oh, I got you. And what I would like you to do is, if you are not the CEO, okay, I want you to flip over your paper and jot down some of these arguments, because at the end I'm going to ask you a question and ask you if you agree or disagree. Remember we had that paragraph that we wrote? I want you to have evidence for both sides so that you can formulate your opinion at the end of it. So, the people that say it should not be banned, reasons. Someone give me a reason, CEOs. Alana.
Well, I said a 14-year-old shouldn't be drinking that type of drink because there's too much caffeine. And my example was monsters have 10 milligrams of caffeine, which is like triple of coffee.
Okay, so 10, was it 10 milligrams?
Yes.
And how many times is it?
3 times the amount of coffee.
3 times. Okay, what else do we have, CEOs? Okay, so you're saying that you can't really blame us because she had a genetic disorder. She should have probably known the risk before she started consuming energy drinks.
Yes.
Okay, let's hear from the 14-year-old parents. Let's go, parents. Let's hear it. All right, reasons. Okay, so guys, you were the CEO side. You need to flip it over so that you can write down some reasons.
There are no labels or warnings on the bottom.
Oh, good job.
What'd she say? That was a good
There
one.
are
Andrea.
no labels.
That was a good one.
Okay, I want you to read this
Last
statement.
Don't
It says safety becomes a concern when students consume energy drinks. When you're taking that information, I want you to think about it and take a stand. Meaning you're going to tell me whether or not you agree or disagree. If you agree, you're going to stand up with your evidence, and you're going to come over here on this side of the room. If you disagree, you're going to take your evidence, and you're going to go stand on that side of the room. Okay? You ready?
In a lot of ways, they can overstimulate
Okay.
things to where you can't focus.
Okay, so it kind of overstimulates you, kind of like any other stimulant, maybe like a cocaine or something like that, where it's stimulant. Yes, Chris.
Everything should be used in moderation. If you drink one of them, it's not that bad. But if you keep drinking them, it's obviously going to be bad for you.
Okay, so she's saying the same thing Chris said, basically with the moderation. Yes.
But she can't control her heart and what it takes and how it reacts to it. So she can get a heart attack from taking her body reaction.
Like I said, she had two at once. It's the 14-year-old girl. A 14-year-old girl.
You have asthma.
She overdid it.
Stop it! You can't pull it! Stop it!
It's your own choice. If you want to harm your body, you harm your body. No,
Are you talking to
and
me?
you don't. You just said the same thing.
Basically just said what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah, okay.
What I said.
I said it.
All right, have a seat. Very good.